Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to watch football, not get married. What are we doing here?
I've gotten a lot of baby powder. People like, man, what you getting out of baby powder for? I think I'm going to have to smack the hell out of a lot of people this year. I just can feel it.
Hold on. The only thing you should be getting married to in the fall is football.
That's right, y'all. It's No Weddings in the Fall, the show that rekindles your love back with football. Let's get things started. It is Halloween week. So, of course, happy Halloween to all of you out there. We don't have any real fun surprises here for Halloween, but we'll talk about it a little bit. Do us a favor if you watch it on YouTube. Do us a solid, hit subscribe, give us a like, throw your comments in there. Little things stopping you from doing it, big things popping for us when you do. We always appreciate that. Also, don't forget, if you're looking for daily fantasy, go to FastDraft app, use the promo code Troupe. We'll double that deposit up to $50. And if you're looking for a championship bling for your fantasy champion, look no further than Pro-Am Belts. Let's get the introduction started. Welcome into the studio, Justin Jesus Herrera. Welcome in, my friend.
Hey, so I was thinking about it. I was like, what does Troupe remind me of? Right now, in this picture, you look like you're in the Blair Witch Project, like one of those documentary type horror movies. Like, I'm just waiting for something to pop out in the back, and for you just take your phone or your computer and just start running.
Is that better?
It is. I was just playing with it. It was really funny because I was just like, man, the setting just kind of perfect. It kind of looks like he's about to start running. Like, oh my God, the horror movie monster's coming to get me.
Up here in the cabin life, and yeah, man, if you walk outside, you certainly get that feeling with the pitch-ass black dark, and you know, don't hear things out in the woods you ain't really supposed to be hearing. So I'm with you, man. All right, let's say again.
Bigfoot calling you?
I'm not listening if he is. Let's also welcome in Ben Troupe. Skadoop. Welcome into the studio, my friend.
Man, Commissioner Justin, it's always a pleasure being on with you guys, man. I would never be in the Blair Witch Project. As you can see how I look. I'm not in no Blair Witch Project. I'm not dying in no Blair Witch Project. I'm just telling you, there are certain things, you go, man, guys dying like a Blair Witch Project. Well, I can't even be cast in the movie. I can't even be. Because as soon as they go, Ben, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be out here in the woods. All right, just stop right there. No. We're going to be in the woods. No. No. Put me in some light. I'm not going to. Listen, number one, by the time they get to me, I'm dead already. Somebody will, boo, I'm dead. Heart attack going out of there. Like, dude, he gone already, bro. I'm not. If I go to a cabin, I'm like the commissioner. I mean, I can't wait for the campfire tomorrow night. Well, y'all tell me how it went. I'm going to be in the house under the fireplace. A bear not walking up on me. People go, the bear walked up on you. No, I'm trespassing. The bear lives out here. I'm where he is. Has a bear ever come in my house? No, that doesn't happen. So, no, we're not. We're not doing. I'm just saying certain stuff I hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in the words of a Serge Entertainer, listen, I run when I hear somebody. When I see somebody else run, I'm running. I don't care why you running. I will ask why we running when we stop running. So as soon as I hear, I'll run you. I'm gonna say, dude, you scared the hell out of me. What you running for? No, dude, I heard something. The time I hear something, gone, done. I'm like Kevin Hart. I done left the baby and everything. I left the baby. He can walk, he can run. If he can walk, he can run. I just say.
Go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I remember the joke he's talking about. I was gonna say, Dad's gonna be waiting in the car saying, go.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. Listen, we all got ladies, man. You know, in the middle of the night, you hear something, she's like, what is that? Go check. What the hell you want me to check for?
What your fuck?
And then you checking like this. I'm like, and I'll say, hey, if you jump out in front of me, I'm just telling you, I'm gonna light you up. I'm going to aim down, but I'm going to aim. So I hope you like your look. I'm going to make you look like Scatterboo. I'm going to shoot your whole ankle off.
Damn, too soon. Too soon.
I'm just saying, like as soon as something like that with Scatterboo happened, what do the trainers, are they going, is it bad? Can you see? I mean, his foot is doing the first down sign. His foot is going. Not doing
Yeah, what's funny is my wife was like, when she heard, like, she saw, we were watching the game and she saw it and we were, we were all like, oh my God. And then, luckily as a medical professional, she's in there going, she's a lawyer. So she's like, oh, well, it's dislocated, we'll be back in a couple weeks. I was like, no.
No.
Did you see his foot? He ain't coming back.
I'm like, people, when your kids go, you've had one of your fingers. Like I said, no, man, my finger was like, kind of crooked and you pull it straight. A dislocated finger, you just pull it straight. Dislocated ankles, I didn't even know an ankle could do that. So I'm like, I wish him the best, man. And shout out to Big Don too, man, taking them cheese steaks and pizzas and all that kind of stuff, man. But yeah, it's something about MetLife Stadium or whatever these bad or the Link. Some of these stadiums be rough, man. They rough on your lower extremity.
100, my friend. All right, well, let's get things started. I've been out a couple weeks, had some personal business to handle, so we got some stuff to talk about. Let's talk about what at least happened last week.
And now to football scores with the boys from No Weddings in the Fall with the week on repeat.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the games from last week. And I have to apologize because I honestly did not get to check out anything other than I saw my boys from the U handle Stanford, of all people. It was funny because I had no idea Andrew Luck was coaching them, so it was kind of cool to see him out there. But let's get to Vanderbilt at Missouri, or Vanderbilt versus Missouri. Sorry, 17-10 winners. Didn't look like a lot of offense to really talk about, so I won't bore you with any stats, but let's go. We'll go to Ben first. Ben, what'd you think of the Vanderbilt game?
I mean, at the end of the day, people saying, wait a minute, man. I saw something that said Vanderbilt is 7-1, and they only lost to Alabama. And that's true. That's weird. Isn't that weird to say? Vanderbilt is ranked in the top 10. They're 7-1. Their only losses to Alabama. Diego Pavilla, he's all right. Now, in his mind, he's Tim Tebow. Because I ain't losing that much. But they finding a way to win. Eli Drinkwitz, the head coach of Mizzou, man, really, really good coach. But I just think this Vanderbilt team is saying, look, man, no one is ever going to respect us because we Vanderbilt, but at least let's go out there and do what we do. This was an ugly game, but Vanderbilt did get the win. And it's just crazy that all these teams that got 2 losses, 3 losses, 4 losses, Vanderbilt has 1 loss. I'm just saying, man, I need to take Diego to Vegas or something, man. He might know something I don't. I'm just saying. I mean, I say, hey, Diego, you ever seen Rain Man? You ever seen that movie? I want you to stand in front of me with your head tilted to the left, going down the escalator. We finna go make us a couple of dollars. No, shout out to the Commodores, man. I mean, look, usually with Vanderbilt, they always said the best GPA in the SEC is in Nashville. Now, they beating people. So, ugly game. Shout out to the Commodores, man. They 7-1, and listen, and still got college football playoff, aspirations going on. They're not going to Atlanta, but they got a shot to make the college football playoff. Just saying.
Yeah, I would say a big shot indeed. Like you said, all these teams up here with 2 losses. I feel you. 1-loss team absolutely deserves a shot in there at the very least. All right, let's get to the next game. Ole Miss, 34-26 over Oklahoma. Every time I hear that, all I can think of is I can't think of his freaking name right now. Anyway, the old announcer they used to call for ABC all the time. Keith something, right? Anyway, whatever.
Summerall.
Not Summerall, the other guy. I'll think of it next week. I can't think of it. All right, let's talk about this game. Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss. 315 yards in the air, 1 TD. Also ran for 53 yards as well, so great game for him there. 4 receptions, 111 yards for Winston Watkins as well. And Kewan Lacey had 78 yards with 2 TDs, so a decent game there. On the Oklahoma side, John Meiter, 223 yards in the air, 1 TD. He also just ran for 17 yards. Xavier Robinson, not only 9 carries for 109 yards, averaged 12.1 yards a carry with 2 TDs. on the day. He also caught 2 for 27 yards. And Isaiah Satanega, I'm probably messing that up, 6 receptions, 131 yards, and 1 TD. Justin, what do you think of this ballgame?
Keith Jackson is who I think you're thinking of.
I think it is.
Whoa, Nelly! Thank you. That's right.
You got it. I was just genuinely interested, so I looked it up while you were talking. But yeah, I loved it as a bounce back game for Ole Miss. This is one of those. It was a completely get right game, while at the same time having that little bit of danger of if you lose, you kind of fall down the rankings. Me and Ben talked about it last week. Lane Kiffin is essentially the hottest commodity in college football coaching right now. Like now, especially with LSU dropping Kelly and, Florida's job wide open. There's going to be more jobs to come soon. Lane Kiffin's going to be like Ben Johnson was last year. Like everybody's going to be like wooing him and go, hey, let's take you out to dinner on the company card over here, Maybe we can get you around at the strip club. Urban Meyer's got a joint right around the corner over here. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Ole Miss goes about this, because this is a team that I still think has a deep run in them. And I think that they can learn from their loss. You know what I mean? Like, I think they can really learn from that loss to Bama, and they can really put it in their hat and go, okay, we pretty much had this game for a good amount of the game, and we just lost it in the end. So, I think Ole Miss can be one of those things. Who knows? Lane Kiffin could be it was another coach. Oh, well, Harbaugh did it, I guess. You win the championship, and then you go and you cash in your chip somewhere else. He could totally be that coach for Ole Miss. So, yeah, it was definitely a much-needed win as a basic synopsis.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin had his Lane Kiffin had his opportunity in the NFL before, so at least he's had a taste of what that's like.
I was there. I was on that Raiders team. I was out there with him. I mean, I was out there along the lane, and I got there after him. But yeah, that was a little bit different.
Interesting. Now we got an inside perspective on it too. Gotta love it.
Yeah. That was just when he was Monty Kiffin's boy, not Lane Kiffin.
Oh yeah, and the crazy part about it was I was with Tampa to start the year with his dad Monty, and I got cut after the second game, and I ended up out there in the Raiders with Lane. And the crazy part about it was, like, I knew Monty, and they was like, "This is Lane Kiffin," and I was like, "Oh shoot, you Monty Kiffin." And mind you, I'm talking to the head coach. You Monty's son, right? He was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I didn't really know that much about Lane Kiffin at the time, but yeah. And his daddy is legendary. The Tampa 2 defense, that's Monty Kiffin all day long. But yeah, I knew Lane doesn't have the personality or the temperament to be a head coach in the NFL, because in the head coach, you're dealing with grown men that will tell you what's on their mind. You got to be able to deal with it or not. And he couldn't. When guys were showing up to meetings late and looking at him like, what? He was like, okay, yeah, you ain't gonna say nothing. Just go on with your little. Listen, when people put the word "little" in front of something, go on with your little meeting, go on with your little game plan. Yeah, you done lost. And plus, Al Davis, man, he rest in peace. He had receipts on Lane, man. When he fired him, he gave a list. Remember when he fired him? He was like, I fired him because of this. I said, God. I said, does Lane Kiffin owe Al Davis child support? Because that's what it sounds like. Go pick up your kid, man. God dang. Al Davis didn't even meet. He gave me, I appreciate the money, but he don't even remember me, and he ain't do me like that. Dang, right? Anyway.
That's hilarious. Just win, baby. Just win. That's all you do.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to the next one. Texas A&M 49-25 to the LSU Tigers. Talking about the Texas A&M side, Marcel Reed, he had 202 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 interceptions as well, but that's okay because he made up for it with 13 carries, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So that was pretty pretty good way to make things up for your picks is just to run more than everybody else on your team. Not too shabby there. Definitely the MVP of that one. We had Garrett Nutzmeyer for LSU, 168, 1 TD, and he carried for, ready for this stat line, 6 carries, negative 44 yards, average of negative 7.3. Wow, that's a new one for me. Harlem Berry, 9 carries, 59 yards. I mean, the amount of carries that this LSU team had, I mean, there wasn't very much when your leading rushers carried the ball 9 times. 4 receptions, 60 yards was your lead receiver, Barian Brown, on the LSU Tigers. So, Ben, what'd you think of this one?
I mean, Texas A&M, all them jokers wore a belt, and they took it off, and they beat. This was it's hard to beat LSU like that. It's definitely hard to beat them that bad at home. Like, as a person that's played at LSU, to understand that student section is crazy. Death Valley, take nothing away from the Death Valley in Clemson. The Death Valley, in Baton Rouge, Mike Elko is a coach who is a name that no one knows about, but that's the head coach of Texas A&M, right? It was all about Brian Kelly, who got fired. It got sealed on Saturday, 49-25. They leaving. They done left the stadium. And look, I know all these former LSU Tigers coming out, saying they support. Y'all ain't have nothing to say on Saturday. None of y'all phones work. Y'all ain't have nothing to say. Tyrann Mathieu, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, all y'all. Jamarcus Russell, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Joe Burrow, crickets on Saturday night. So I think it's all about the Aggies, man. I think when you think about Texas A&M was like the little brother to Texas until they win something. They ain't never really won anything. So that was ugly. I thought the Texas A&M was going to win. Anything going to look like that. So, yeah. And Nussmeier, how do you have negative 44 years? I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Like, anyway, I'm not a fan of LSU. Anybody who knows me knows that. But I ain't see that happening. So, Brian Kelly, $54 million buyout. I think he got 20. I think something happened. They ain't telling us what really happened down in LSU. Ain't it crazy when these coaches get fired, then all the controversy comes out? When Orgeron got fired, here come the controversy. When Les Miles got fired, here come the controversy. When Nick Saban, well, you know what Nick Saban, Les Miles, and Ed Orgeron did that Brian Kelly didn't do? They won a national championship. Brian Kelly didn't do it. You know I know he wasn't going to win it? Because he didn't win at Notre Dame. Oh, so he's not going to win at Notre Dame, and he's going to win at LSU. Brian Kelly had a Cajun Louisiana accent at his introductory press conference at the basketball game. He sound dumb as hell, too. If you just type it in, it's the stupidest. I'm like, why are you talking like that? Anyway, I heard that Brian Kelly is not a likable guy. That's so hard to believe. He looks so likable. God, don't he look likable? No. Brian Kelly is the guy that says, where's the manager? That's what he looks like. Telling on people at the movie theater. That's what he looks like. He does. He's the guy saying, hey, could you guys keep it down in the movie theater? This is a comedy. I will beat the hell out of you, little sir. You better get the hell out of here. We'll move to another seat. And then next thing you know, here come an usher saying, could you guys not talk to him like that? Who the hell is you? I'm going to tell you what I told him. Go about your business, man. So, yeah, Brian Kelly is gone. And I think that makes like team number 10 or 11 as far as like vacant a head coaching job, but $54 million, though. Did he really care? Let's think about it. All right, Justin. All right, Commissioner. We got to let you go. Hey, man, it didn't work out, man. So how we going to do this? How we going to do this buyout? Oh, you want the whole 54? Hell yeah. I want all of it. You can pay me for the next 54 years. $1 million a year, cash. I'm just saying that's a lot. $54 million to leave? I should have been a coach. $54 million.
I'm saying bye.
Think about that. You got to act like you sad. Like, man, how you feel? Man, it ain't working out the way we thought. Man, my wife saying the jet is ready to go. So LSU, man, it didn't work out. What can I do? But but I'm finna go to a nice beach and just Cry my tears away.
Gonna rent out Sandals Resort all to me and my wife.
I'm just saying, like
I'm not sure my wife might not even come. Or just get a bunch of girls on the plane.
I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, if your job, if the first thing they do, they say your buyout is going to be 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. That's what they're going to pay you if it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
you won. It's like Chris Rock said. I woke up in the morning. I had 3 lawyers. My wife had 3 lawyers. I paid for hers and I paid for mine. He said, I realized I made it. I got enough money to pay for hers and mine. You know? So I'm just saying, it's a lot worse thing to do, fellas, than to get $54 million because you didn't meet the, you know. Ain't but one team gonna win the national championship, and Brian Kelly gonna make more money than him.
Yeah.
Now he's just gonna ask for the manager at a fancy restaurant. That's
No. Brian Kelly has that. Do you know who I am? Look, no, I don't know who you are. My name is Brian. Oh, shoot, the guy. Yeah, I'm gonna punch in your face. Run, that's Brian. You know, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. LSU, when they hire Brian Kelly, I'm like, Brian Kelly? Like, I guess.
So as we talk,
when they ask who is, do you know who I am? Yeah, didn't you play a role in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
were you like one of those small like people?
Yeah, don't you say precious.
Precious. All right, let's transition on to the NFL, where we might as well just call it Beatdown Sunday, because that was pretty much what it was. And I'm not even going to bring up America's Fart, because they just let one loose this particular weekend, so I'm not even going to go off on that. But I will say, again, every team, every game, seemed like almost a beatdown on all of them. So we'll just talk about just 2 of them, actually. I'm going to go to Justin on the Jets and the Bengals. What a game that was, and what a surprise it was. 39-38, the Jets no longer on the 0-win watch, for sure. What'd you think of that matchup, Justin?
Yeah, I think the Bengals fans are probably on suicide watch at this point. That game was, I mean, how does the city of New York pull it off twice? First you have the greatest comeback put on you, and then you back it up the next week and you have one of the greatest comebacks ever. I don't know how they do it. Overall, it was one of those games where you just realize the Bengals are just hot garbage. Like they got a great wide receiver core. They got a nice running back when they want to use him. And then everything else is just hot fucking trash. The defense couldn't stop anything, couldn't stop a cold. And then at the end of the game, when you need them to block for you the most, that's when they give up like 5 sacks. Like Jermaine Johnson was in the backfield almost every fucking down that Flacco dropped back. I was just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Max protect. Leave the running back in. Don't fucking send him out to fucking catch a little swing route. Leave him in to fucking block this guy. What are we doing here? It was fucking crazy. Congratulations to the Jets. Of course, they do it on the week that I put them as the eliminator. So I am officially eliminated. So suck it, Bengals. Once again, you suck ass, and you've put your fans on suicide watch, which they're Bengals fans. I don't think they could never not be on suicide watch at this point. They see Joe Burrow go down, they immediately. The hotline calls every one of them. They just spend all night. The 24-hour hotline just calls everybody in the greater Cincinnati area. That sucked. That game fucking sucked.
So as people are listening, they're like, why is this guy cursing so much? And then, of course, he puts it out at the end. His eliminator pool was then eliminated. So this is the reason why. We get it now. But it was a good game. And I would say more it's their defense is really hot garbage more than anything else. I mean, just the Jets have done nothing all year long, and all of a sudden 39 freaking points. That's crazy to me. All right, let's talk about one other one. And I only want to talk about this one because there was some interesting things that happened during the game. The Eagles 38-20 over the Giants. Obviously, the Scatterboo injury, everyone saw that. Pretty gross. Sucks for the Giants. I mean, these guys were finally, looked like everyone was all excited, like, hey, these guys are up and coming, and then that horrific injury to Scatterboo. But the main thing I wanted to bring up was this whole tush push and the fumble thing. Now, I know Giants fans were going crazy over it. Look, at the end of the day, you could take 2 touchdowns off the board. You still lose either way. But I do agree with the fact that should have been a fumble. They should not have marked him down. I thought that was kind of crazy. I did not hear a whistle till after the ball was out. So all of that didn't make any sense to me at all. But anyway, Ben, I just want to kick it to you. What do you think of the game and your thoughts on that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you feel bad for Scatterboo. That kind of like sucked the air out of the whole stadium when that did happen. And but I will say the thing about the tush push is very interesting. Like, so let me get it straight. It's a tush push. I mean, Jalen Hurts trying to extend the ball. The ball comes out. The ball is out. The ball is out. I mean, can Jalen Hurts even be on the ground with that many people in front of him? He can't even be on the ground. He's not. The ball comes out. You didn't hear no whistle. Then all of a sudden you got the late whistle. That's crazy. Like, that was a fumble. That should have been a touchdown. And then the thing about it is I guarantee you in 2026 the tush push is going to get banned. It is going to get banned. And the reason why it's going to get banned is either guys are firing off too fast, they're offsides. It's just you can't really police the thing. You can't really say, dude, what is going on? And now, I will say this, Brian Burns. Boy, you really looked out for your boy Kayvon Thibodeau because he was saying something about the ref, and you hear Brian Burns say, you're going to get fined. They're going to fine you. He was like, I mean, that was a good call because we see this because of social media. We're going to see this play 30 different ways, 30 different angles. And every time you saw it, that's a fumble. Let's just say they blow it dead after the fumble. It still should have went to the Giants, and it didn't. And I'm like, this whole game was crazy. It was a bunch of blown calls in the game. That game had some crazy. I mean, I think on the extra point part that it was blown dead before they kicked it, and they still let it. The Eagles have put the refs in a real bad situation because they're trying to protect Jalen Hurts, but then they're trying to get the tush push right. I don't know, Commissioner. I'm watching it and I'm saying to myself, you know what? If you are an Eagles fan, you think they cheating against the Eagles. If you play against the Eagles, you thinking, wait a minute, man. Saquon Barkley stood up though. Saquon said, "Look, I got to get right against my old team now." Like he showed he still got it in him because at first I'm like, man, what type of cheesesteak was Saquon eating in 2024? He shouldn't have ate it because he ain't been himself in 2025. And AJ Brown, he's gonna be an Eagle. I don't know if he's going to be an Eagle in 2026. He's going to be an Eagle in 2025. The Giants, I think the what they call it, the Cinderella story is over. Scatterboo is gone. Jackson Dart, I don't know who he's going to throw the ball to. And the Giants, it's going to be a long rest of the year for them. Like, it's going to be a long year. And but I do feel bad for Scatterboo, man. Like I said, man, there are injuries and there's his. God, dude, I'm like, and trainers, your job is to run on the field when the player gets hurt. Just look at the way Jackson Dart was going crazy. I mean, I'm like, bro, like a foot not supposed. When you start saying the air cast and all that kind of stuff, it was hard to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when he got to the hospital, man, they said, bro, good thing you was in an NFL game. Because boy, if you played for like, Syracuse or something, you'll be done. Thank God you're in the NFL and we got the best trainers in the world, the best money, just trainers money can buy, I guess. But yeah, the tush push is gonna be what I got coming out of the game because, like I said, I think it's a good play. But every time something controversial happens, they can't tell us why. There is no explanation. And when you can't explain a play, and I'm tired of them going to New York, I said, dude, why are they even asking y'all? You don't even know either. Oh, it was a what? Man, go back to the game. They don't know what they're doing. And all they do is watch football. So, yeah, it was crazy. But the Eagles have found their stride. Graham, he back. He came out of retirement. He's back out there. But Jalen Hurts, man, you don't got to like him. But he gets it done. He ain't going to light it up in the box score. He ain't throwing for 350 yards. But I'll take 400 touchdowns. You know how long You know how many games you think it'll take a Cam Ward for the Titans to throw 4 touchdowns in a game? You know how long that game would be? If Cam Ward had to throw 4 touchdowns in a game for the Titans, it'll take 10 quarters. And he'll still only end up with 3. Who are you gonna throw 4 touchdowns to? Who?
Struggling for sure.
And Kirk Cousins started on Sunday. Listen to me. Listen. And had the nerve to ask for a trade. No, he did. He stuck it up on Sunday and said, I want to trade. I'm about to trade blows with you. I will knock you to hell, Kirk. I'm just saying, you know how disrespectful it is for Kirk Cousins? Check this out, Jesse. Check this out, Commissioner. Kirk Cousins made $90 million in 2024. 90. And Terry Fontenot, the general manager of Atlanta, still got his job. And he drives a van.
The crazy part is that he asked for a trade after the one game where everybody went,
I want to go somewhere where I get to compete. Well, where my baby powder at? They should have called me up to Flowery Branch. I would have got the car with the baby powder. I was like, come in, Kirk. What'd you say? I want to shut the and don't even take it off. Let my handprint be right there. Do the press conference with my handprint right there. And they said, what is that being slapped? I'm trying to slap you back to reality. Boy, get out of here, man. Don't talk to me about the Falcons, man. I'm telling you, that's too. Bijan Robinson is a top 5, maybe top 3 running back, and they gave him the ball 9 times. Man,
I just want to bring up the point that I didn't bring that up. You did, so I'm just saying. But what a couple things I just want to know real quick before we transition on about the tush push, because it's very interesting to me. Because 2 things. One, when I was a kid watching NFL. There was a rule back then called you can't assist the runner. So if a lineman pushed the offense, the guy who had the ball, it was a flag. So they changed that up at some point. Sorry, I'm not a historian, so I don't know when that changed. So it's interesting to me though, because what are you going to do with the tush push? Because you can't eliminate a QB sneak. I mean, I was doing that back in the Sega days in Madden. Every time it was 3rd and 1, it was QB sneak. That's easy because that's the easiest way to get a yard. So other than not assisting him, I don't know really what else they're going to do. And if you can't assist him on that play, then you can't. How is it fair you can assist them on other plays? So I don't know. It's just an interesting topic.
But the difference is if you talking about just say a running back and somebody gets stood up and you see the offensive lineman just come. Well, see, the difference is he was already in motion and they just trying to keep him there. They just trying to, and the tush push is so crazy because, how they'll do a play, they'll do like a teaching video. They'll say, listen, this is what the tush push. You can't really teach it. Because here's the thing. I'm going to keep saying this. The Buffalo Bills used to run it more than the Eagles did. They just wasn't good at it. They'll do it with Dawson Knox. They'll do it with Josh Allen. I think the thing about the Eagles is you got like an unstoppable play. But the thing is now, every tush push in 2025 looks totally different than 2024. It's like, what's going on? The old lineman all veered in. It's hard to describe a play like that. Like, if you play defense, I'm thinking, dude, what do I do? Like, what do you do? I don't know. Crazy.
Justin, you were going to chime in there?
The best way you can describe it is I played rugby. It's a rugby maul. And in a rugby maul, you can assist in a push, but the moment you detach from the runner, so the runner's has to be attached to all of his mates, like all of his line, essentially. But the moment you detach from that, you're supposed to separate from the play completely. You're not supposed to hop back into the play. So you're supposed to essentially run it until everybody detaches, and then you either go down or the runner can break away after that. So it's definitely a super hard play to go into. But what makes it really difficult is you have a running back literally coming in at the end and just charging behind him and pushing his body over. Like that to me is one of those things where that should be the no-no right there, because one, it could cause a serious injury, and then two, you're allowing somebody to get a full head start and ram themselves into another man's body to propel them forward. That's why I have a problem with it. Also, I have a problem with the fact that they blow the whistle whenever they want to with this play, which is fucking stupid. They blew the whistle on that because they said forward progress was done. Well, then why don't you blow the whistle when forward progress is done on other ones? Why does it fucking have to cross the line before forward progress is done? But, the ball's out. That means forward progress is done. No, that means that's a fucking fumble. Like, stay by the law of the NFL. Like you said, if he has stood upright the entire time, that is his fault. He is still an active runner going forward. So if you lose the ball, that's a free ball. That is a fumble. Like, end of story. End of fucking story.
And to add on to your number 3 to what you're saying, if that was happening on the defensive side of the ball, let's say someone at the end comes in and tries to stop momentum, then guess what? They're getting a personal foul penalty because we're worried about player safety, quote unquote. So, it's a very interesting thing to debate. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they're definitely going to have some discussion. I think, like Ben said, might be something they'd be looking to ban next season. All right, let's get on with this week. Halloween week. What we watching in college?
Don't worry, Ben. No weddings here. I just want to know what college game to watch this week.
All right, got to bring up Vanderbilt. You know, I'm talking about them. Going to get in that playoff. Number 9, Vanderbilt at number 20, Texas. Vanderbilt actually leads the series 8-4-1. Last year they played and Texas won 27-24. Ben, I'll go to you first on this one. Who do you think wins and why?
I like Vanderbilt, and this is why I like Vanderbilt. The thing about this Texas team, they should have lost last week. They didn't lose. But they should have lost. They was literally losing all game, and all of a sudden, they woke up in the fourth quarter. This is why I picked Vander over Texas. Texas has everything to lose and nothing to gain. Vander has nothing to lose and everything to gain. They playing with house money right now, and Vanderbilt is a better coach team. The thing about it, I don't know. Diego is not a better quarterback than Arch Manning, but Arch Manning ain't that good. Like, he's not. He's good. He all right. He ain't what people thought he was going to be. Texas got the better team, better athletes. And guess what? Vanderbilt said, well, everybody got a better team, better athletes than us. And we're 7-1. We're 7-1. Give me Vanderbilt to do the last year's biggest upset for Vanderbilt was Alabama. Well, they lose Alabama. This year, it's going to be Texas. Give me Vanderbilt.
Justin, who you like?
No, I like Vanderbilt as well. I like Vanderbilt just because I like the energy in Vanderbilt right now. Like, they really have that, like, underdog feel to them, and they're just going to keep knocking these guys out, these pretenders. Texas is a pretender. While Arch Manning might have a better career than Diego Pavia at the next level, he might even have a better career than Diego Pavia at the college level. The big thing to remember, Diego Pavia is going to have a better season this year than Arch Manning's ever going to have. Because not only is he going to finish a Heisman candidate, but he is going to leapfrog his way into an NFL team next year when he had no fucking business being on an NFL team going into this season. So, yeah, Arch Manning, I think, he's on his way, but he's definitely got a lot of work this offseason to do.
My bad. Sorry about that. My internet was doing weird things. In my fault. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 18, Oklahoma versus number 14, Tennessee. Oklahoma leads the series 3-2. Tennessee won actually last year 25-15. Justin, we'll go to you first on this one. Who do you think wins and why?
No, yeah, you're good. Sorry, I was clicking so many buttons at that point. So Oklahoma is they're a good team, and go on to Ben real quick. I got a cough.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant I'm going to go to bed. I thought you were going to ask a question. My bad.
No.
Ben, who do you think's gonna
Just
win?
go on to Ben real quick.
Okay, I got you. Who do you think's going to win?
I like Tennessee in this matchup. I think Tennessee has a high-powered offense, and Tennessee is good whenever they're not playing Alabama, whenever they're not playing Georgia. Coach Venables, the head coach of Oklahoma, is a good coach. I think he's brought defense up there to Norman. But I like Vanderbilt. I like the way Coach Heupel and his offense is playing right now. And if you can't score points, you can't beat Tennessee. They're gonna score points. Oklahoma is a very, very fascinating team, Commissioner, because I think they're good enough to beat anybody they play. But when they lose, it's because teams force them to be something that they're not. Tennessee is saying, look, our defense is good, not great, but our offense is powerful. Our offense that we got that high octane. If I had to describe Tennessee offense, it's all gas, no brakes. They running. They're getting out the bus, getting at them. But I like Tennessee. I think it's going to be a lot of points scored, but I like Tennessee in this matchup.
Get Justin, are you back? You want to give a prediction for this one?
Yeah, apologies about that.
You're
Fighting
good.
off a cold. Yeah, I'm down with Tennessee in this one. It's a lot of what Ben said. It's a lot better of an offense. Oklahoma has a really well balanced team, but they don't perform well or like superior on one level or the other. So I think Tennessee's offense is just going to overwhelm them in this game.
I like it. All right, let's get to the last of our college, what we're watching. Number 17, Cincinnati versus number 24, Utah. Believe it or not, first time these teams have ever played, so we have no history. We'll be seeing history made this Saturday. All right, Ben, what do you think? Who wins this and why? And why do we care?
I mean, obviously, I've gotten accustomed with Cincinnati over the years, but when Cincinnati was at their best, I mean, they got Desmond Ridder, they got Sauce Gardner, they got big time names. Utah plays really, really good football because you got to live in Utah. What else are we gonna be doing? We're the Utes. What the hell is a Ute? I don't know what it is, but that's what they are. I got Utah in this matchup for this reason, right? Utah is always playing for something different. We playing for respectability because no matter what we do, people are going to always say, oh, that's just Utah. Well, ask Colorado about Utah. Ask Coach Prime about Utah. I'm just telling you, look, I like Utah. I mean, Cincinnati going to make a game of it, but I'm going to go with the Utah Utes, to beat them, what is it, the Bearcats. Give me the Utes over the Bearcats.
You better not mess that up. All right, Justin, who wins this and why?
Shit. I don't even know who either of these teams have actually beaten. So I'm going to just go with the better ranked team, and I'm going to go with Cincinnati at this point and say fuck it. Because one of my guys on my team, Corey Kiner, came from Cincinnati, and they seem to have done good with him. So I'm going to go with that. Cincinnati Bearcats, go ahead. I actually like the colors too better, the black and the red.
Listen, over here, no weather to fall. We keep it 100 over here. Justin was like, look, you talk about football? Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm going to do what our ladies do. I like Cincinnati's colors. I'm going to go with the nice color scheme. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Yeah. Geographical question of the week. Yeah. Could you be able to point to Utah on the map? The answer is no. You couldn't. And you can't say on the left side. No, because there's a lot of states on the left side. Trying to find Utah, it's like, I don't know, trying to find a place like Kansas or South Dakota. South Dakota is below North Dakota. Where is it? Where the hell North Dakota is? I don't know. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I did good in geography class, but once we got past, Texas, I said, well, people are like, I'm from Oregon. Where is that at?
I'm saying it. I could be wrong, but I don't know if a Bearcat is a fictional thing, but I just feel like we have a game here where we have mascots that don't really exist. We have a Ute and a Bearcat.
Yeah, The Utah and Cincinnati is what happened when you run out of mascots. We don't what? We're gonna be a Ute. We're gonna be a what? We're gonna be a Ute. Like who is it? Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina, you know what their mascot is? It's a Chanticleer. You know what a Chanticleer is? It's a big rooster. Remember Toucan Sam, the big gigantic rooster?
I'll say.
I'm just saying, whatever his name, toucans or whatever. I mean, some of these things are running out of. I mean, didn't Hawaii used to be the Fighting Rainbows? They literally used to be the Fighting Rainbows. What the hell?
Are they the Rainbow Warriors now too?
Listen, at the end of the day, right? If you live in Hawaii, if you go to Hawaii, you good. Like, it doesn't matter if you win games. I live in Hawaii. Now, when hurricanes come, well, that's a different story. I mean, that's a little different then. But I'm just saying,
you know what I always wondered though? What is it, like the Tulane green wave? Like, what the fuck? What type of green are you waving around there, bud?
I'm just saying we the green wave. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying Syracuse is the orange men. Just say you done ran out. Like the Tennessee Vols. We're the Volunteers. Why? Because we're the volunteer state. That's stupid. So you're the volunteer state, so y'all the Vols? Get the hell out of here.
Let us not forget.
Illinois? Remember Illinois, University of Illinois, the Fighting Illy?
Fighting Illy, yeah. Let us not forget, though, that the Utah Jazz named their professional basketball team the Jazz, and I don't remember ever hearing jazz and Utah, like jazz music being from Utah.
There's nothing jazzy about Utah. Just call it what it is. I mean,
just call them the Utah Caucasians and let's move on with it.
At the end of the day, in South Carolina, their mascot is named Mr. Big Spur. He like a little gamecock. Your name is. I will knock you off that wire, you Mitch. I will knock you off.
Oh man, I think we should maybe in the off season have a whole show. We'll just go through each mascot and maybe we'll rank them.
The ones that don't like. Is it just me? Y'all tell me if I'm lying. Texas A&M and Mississippi State, that's the same color scheme. That is the exact same color scheme. And guess what? That's not even brown. That's maroon. It looks brown, but that's maroon. That's not maroon. That's brown and white.
I love it. All right, well, let's get off.
Aggie? What is an Aggie?
I think I did. I think I looked that up. Actually, that is actually I think something. We'll come back on that. Let's talk about the week in the NFL we're gonna watch.
You all are terrible. Even the boys from No Weddings in the Fall didn't pick you to win.
It's so I looked it up. I looked it up while I was standing here, and it says an Aggie most commonly refers to a student at Texas A&M or Utah State University, which both have Aggies as their official nickname. The term is a shortening of agriculturalist,
That's
what
ridiculous.
it is.
That's ridiculous. What is that?
Yeah, I think in the off season we should have rank the dumbest college mascots.
The worst mascot of all time is Stanford. Their mascot is a tree.
The farm. Let's go.
Well, don't forget, an Aggie helped it grow. So
I'm an agriculturalist. Go Ags.
I love it. All right, let's get to the NFL this week. Let's start with the Colts at the Steelers. Steelers lead this series 27-8. Last time they played actually was last year. Indianapolis won 27-24. They've won 2 in a row in this series. All right, so let's go to Ben first. Who wins this one and why?
Man, I'm going to go with them boys from Indy. Jonathan Taylor is on the tear right now. I think he's the best, definitely the best back in the league right now. Right now, front runner for the MVP. Daniel Indiana Jones, he's playing MVP type football. He's not turning the football over, and they playing really. I like Warren, I like Downs, I like Pittman. They just getting it done in offense, but Jonathan Taylor he's the one that makes the whole thing go. So once again, T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward. You talking about Jalen Ramsey? You talking about Joey Porter Jr.? Who cares? That defense.
Yep.
Swiss cheese right now. They got so many holes in it. So give me the guys from Indy to stick with their winning ways. Give me the boys from Indianapolis.
I like it. Justin, who you like?
Steelers. I like the Steelers. I like the Steelers. I like a rebound game. And, I mean, listen, I think Indy's for real, but I think that every team has that hiccup. And I think that the Steelers need a little bit more. I agree. Defense is Swiss cheese, but sometimes, with Swiss cheese, you can make a good sandwich out of it. So, hopefully this week they can make a nice little sandwich, a nice little W sandwich with that one. And maybe TJ Watt can make Indiana Jones kind of see ghosts again. Dr. Jones.
Sorry, that internet little wonky here in the cabin. My bad on that. So yeah, it's funny, Ben, is that we talked a lot about Saquon being MVP during last year as the season went on. Jonathan Taylor is about to put on just as even better of a season that Saquon put on last year, the way it's going. So quite honestly, I totally agree. He belongs in that MVP conversation. I keep doubting these Colts, man. They keep sticking it right back in my face, so I'm not going to doubt them no more. I like the Colts in this one. Aaron Rodgers kind of helter-skelter. I do agree with Justin saying, though, with that, bounce-back game, because Aaron Rodgers is kind of a little bit up and down. He could have a good one in this one. We'll see. But I still like Indy to take this one. All right, let's go on to a 1990s throwback, because the Broncos against the Texans, we ain't going to see no offense. Broncos lead the series 6-4. Last time they played was last year. I'm sorry, in 2023, not last year. Houston won 22-17. Justin, who do you think wins this one and why?
I'm going to go with Denver. Denver played a very well-rounded game last week against the Cowboys. Houston is still trying to teach your son how to drive clutch for the first time. There's just so many stalls in there, and you don't know what to do. You hit the clutch, but then you forget to put it in neutral and then move it over to the gears. And it's just CJ Stroud. He looks good when there's no pressure on him. Guess what? Not every team's going to be decimated like the 49ers were. The Broncos are not going to be decimated like the 49ers were. You're going to have people in your face. Get used to it, son. And I still don't think he's used to it. I'm going to look for the Broncos to win this game, probably pretty handily, too.
I like it. Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I got the Broncos. While the thing about C.J. Stroud and company, they found a way to get their swagger back a little bit. No one wants to talk about what Bo Nix has done in year 1 and year 2. I mean, having to deal with a guy like Sean Payton, who everybody thought was just washed up because he had Russell Wilson. Bo Nix comes in, and they ain't been doing nothing but winning ever since. I mean, this offense, Cortland Sutton, Evan Ingram, J.K. Dobbins, they got plenty of firepower, and no one's going to – and now they're going to find a way to throw this defense because Patrick Surtain, I think he's out with a hamstring injury, so that could benefit Houston. But who was Houston's number one guy at receiver? They got some good receivers, not no great receivers. Just watch out. Just watch out for Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. That's one of the best pass rushing duos in the league. Will Anderson. He's the pass rusher nobody talks about. They want to talk about, Crosby. They want to talk about, Aiden Hutchinson. They want to talk about Michael Parsons and Myles Garrett. Will Anderson Jr. been getting it done ever since he got drafted. So back in that draft 3 years ago, it was Bryce Young 1, C.J. Stroud 2, Will Anderson Jr. the third, Will Anderson Jr. Number 3. He's been getting it done, but I still like Denver, man. I think Denver is looking around their division saying the Chargers are playing well. We got to deal with Kansas City, and the Raiders are the Raiders. So give me Denver.
Texans D legit, of course. Broncos D legit. But I think offensively, Broncos got it a little bit more put together. So I agree with you guys. I like the Broncos in this one. Let's go to our next matchup. We got Minnesota visiting the hot Detroit Lions. Minnesota leads the series 80-45-2, which kind of surprised me, but I forgot how bad the Lions were for so long. Lions actually swept them last year. 31-9 and then 31-29, which sounds kind of weird, but they won 5 in a row in this series. Be interesting to see if they put 31 points up in this one. What do you think, Ben, though? Who wins this one?
I got the Lions in the big way. Last year's price ain't this year's price. Minnesota is trending in the wrong direction, and they trending in the wrong direction fast. I mean, Carson Wentz probably has paid his last down of football. I mean, let alone trying to come back from injury. J.J. McCartney, I mean, he's consistent at being inconsistent at this point. Aiden Hutchinson just got paid. I mean, he got paid. But Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon St. Brown, I mean, you talk about Jared Goff, you talk about this. That's just too good of a team right now for Minnesota, who's they good, not great. Give me Detroit in a blowout over Minnesota.
Justin?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I have a sneaky feeling that J.J. McCarthy is going to come back from his injury stint better and a little bit more confident. That's just how the NFL works sometimes. But, I do think that, as Ben said, there's just way too much on the Detroit side to lose this game. And they're in Ford Field at that. Jared Goff always goes off at Ford Field. He loves it. It's his home away from home. He wishes he was born there. He wishes he was getting baptized by Dan Campbell in the middle of the field. That's how much he loves that place. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
Yes, I mean, 7-10, 14, it's going to be that kind of Lions are going to win by that kind of margin. So I didn't check the spread yet because it's still a little too early in the week. But I'm sure they'll cover it. I do like the Lions in this one as well. Like you said, they're playing at home. Too many variables for the Vikings right now. But I do agree. I do think J.D. McCarthy comes back and has a decent game, a little more motivated at the end of the day after his little, as you said, quote, injury. All right, let's get to the game of the day. It's the Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills lead the series 30-26-1. Of course, this is the rematch of last year's AFC Championship where KC won 32-9. Don't forget also Buffalo did beat them in the regular series last year as well. But Justin, who do you think wins this one and why?
I'm going to go Buffalo with this one. I like Buffalo to at least, keep up the aura of we're unstoppable against the Chiefs in the regular season. Postseason's totally different story. What are we talking about here? But during the regular season, the Bills are pretty unstoppable against the Chiefs. And I like Josh Allen to just want it more. He knows now he's chasing Drake May. Maybe that puts another fire underneath his ass and he starts to show why he was the MVP last year. Actually should have been the MVP previous year, and then Lamar should have been last year, but who's counting? But anyways, yeah, I'll go with Josh Allen this week.
Ben, who do you think wins?
Man, I'm going the other way. I think it's Kansas City. I think the thing about Kansas City is this. I mean, the first part of the season wasn't really going that way. People saying, oh, the window for Kansas City has closed. Well, now they're getting guys healthy again. I mean, Riche Rice is back to go along with Xavier Worthy to go along, what they're trying to do on the outside with Hollywood Brown, Pacheco, but Travis Kelce is finding his stride again. Everybody thought Travis Kelce don't want to play football no more, man. He got Taylor Swift. He's playing for a wedding now, bro. I can still get open on any linebacker and any safety in the league. And Josh Allen has proven that when Josh Allen plays okay, unless they're going against Carolina, they can't win. When Josh Allen got to play out of his mind. But meanwhile, all those guys I just named, for Kansas City, who's the number one receiver for the Bills? What, Keon Coleman? I don't even know if they got it. Is it Dalton Kincaid? I don't know. But Cooks is the truth. James Cook is the truth. You're going to have to slow him down. And they got a good defense, not a great defense. I mean, Joey Bosa, the brother of Nick Bosa, he all right. And when he does get sacks, he's offside. So I like Kansas City, man. I just think that they're proving why they're still one of the class of the NFL, definitely in the AFC. And I love it when Josh Allen goes up against Patrick Mahomes. They bring out the best in each other. But in the back of their mind, when Josh Allen and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes were doing an interview together, they said, "Hey, Josh, man, what's your biggest fear in the league?" And Patrick Mahomes said, "A coin toss," because that's when they played them in the playoffs and they won the coin toss. I just think at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes respects Josh Allen. He don't think Josh Allen better than him, and he get to prove it on Sunday.
Yeah, so I was in the mindset of what Justin was, and then as a couple days passed, and I'm like, but damn Chiefs are so hot right now. Not only are they hot, But I think the difference in this game, Ben, you said that Bills D was, good. I don't even think they're good. I think they're just average. And I think Kansas City's defense is above average. Put those offense together, they're pretty much equal. Each one has, good receivers on the Kansas City side. We got, kind of average ones over on the Bills. But the running back, like you said, that goes to the Bills, where, not so much on the Chiefs side. So let's just call that equal. But I think the Chiefs D is what the big difference is in this game. So I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs in this particular one. All right, let's get to the final one. The Seahawks at the Washington Commanders. Washington leads this series 13-10. Last time they played was in 2023. Seahawks won 29-26. I apologize. I did not do my homework, so I don't know if Jaden Daniels is playing because that's going to make a big difference, obviously, in this prediction here. But, Ben, what do you think? Who wins this one and why?
We got the Commanders versus the Seahawks?
Sir. Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter if Jaden Daniels playing. The Seahawks going to win this one. The Seahawks defense is nasty. Leonard Williams and company, Ernest Jones and them, they get at you. And they get at you because they get active and they stay active. Jackson Smith and Nick, let me tell you something. He's a top 5 receiver. You cannot cover him. You don't believe me? Check the stats. Sam Darnold is proving he's not a one-trick pony. Everybody thought I was only good because I was in Minnesota. What they got to say now? I'm up here in Pacific Northwest, and I'm still getting it done. I like the culture in Seattle. I like what they're doing right now. They got a good D. They got a good running game. They got a good quarterback. They got a top 5 receiver, and they got a good team. Give me Seattle because outside of Zach Ertz being the 8th tight end in the NFL history to have 800 yards, don't nobody scare you on this Washington team. Debo, nope, ain't nothing finna happen. Give me the Seattle Seahawks.
I love it. Justin, who do you think wins this one?
I don't think I could follow that any better than just saying, I fucking hate that I got to say this, but go Hawks.
Clip that, people. If you are a 49ers fan, clip it. Because Justin said, look, I ain't doing it no more. Justin said, I'm coming off of a cold. Y'all trying to make me throw up. I don't want to have to say stuff like that. But I got to, that's the analyst.
I like the Seahawks in this one as well. I think, as Ben said, I think the defense is super good. Washington's a little up and down defensively. If Jane Daniels back offensively, it might make it an interesting game. But you do have Seattle traveling across the United States as well, so that might play a little bit of a factor in it. So we might see a closer one than we might think, but I also do like Seattle in this one. All right, little programming note. Normally you find me and Justin on Friday night, but it's Halloween on Friday, so you can check us out on Thursday night. We're going to do a Thursday night breakdown of all the games coming up this week. That's Jonathan Taylor and Bijan on the cover. I see Ben looking up, trying to see who that is.
I know it was Bijan to the left. I was like,
yeah, it's Jonathan Taylor. You got a little.
I thought that was T.Y. Hilton on the right.
He got a little crazy look in his face, I guess. Yeah, so we're going to break it all down on Thursday. We're also going to have some fun skits on there as well, including our usual Halloween segment called You Got Ghosted. So if you drafted a player high and he did not come to expectations, well, you got ghosted. So we're going to have a little fun segment on that. And of course, we're always going to do some sophisticated picks, and Meg brings you into the Meg Zone this week. And then wake up with us on Sunday and stand a fantasy Jesus. You're going to get fantasy Satan blessing your fantasy football lineups. And of course, we got our Sunday morning cartoon along with our bets or your betting advice, as well as injury news and all that great stuff. So make sure you wake up with us Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I know it's past Halloween, but I messed up and forgot this past Sunday, so that's my bad. But whatever, we still gonna do it anyway. Who cares? All right, before we close out tonight, of course, we got Ben's Skadoopa of the week, but I just got one quick question because it is Halloween. Let's go, Justin first. Favorite Halloween candy, sir? You're muted.
I know. Hold on. on getting it off. Favorite Halloween candy? Actually, no, I'm just gonna stick to a tried and true favorite, man. I always like to get those little mini Snickers, man. Those little fucking things are my favorite thing, man. When I used to get them as a kid, I'd be like, oh man, little mini Snickers. Then I just munched on them all day long. I never was a big fan of candy corn or anything like that. A little too waxy for me. But yeah, I love the mini candies. It makes me feel like I can eat like 5 to 10 of those a night and not feel as fat as I do. But now I'm like, bro, you got to slow down. Maybe have like 2.
Ben, how about you? What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Man, I just like the little small Hershey's, whether it's the Hershey chocolate, the Mr. Good bar, I just like those. I don't like the dark chocolate one. You can keep those. And candy corn is trash. Anybody that eats candy corn, I don't trust you. I do not. You do not, because they only bring candy corn is like cranberry sauce. They only bring it out once a freaking year. That's not good candy. Good candy is sold year round. You only see candy corn around Halloween, and you go to somebody's house. Hey, Troupe, I got candy corn. Well, why'd you invite me over? Why did you invite me over here? Because I thought you was bringing your kids. You think I give my kids candy corn? Hell no. That's what they should call it. They should call it hell no. Because don't nobody want that. And my wife loves candy corn. And we married. She be like, I love candy corn. I said, stop telling people that we married. They're going to think I make bad decisions. Stop telling people.
True. My wife loves candy corn too. I'm gonna show her this part of the show just for that fucking rant, because that rant was awesome.
I'm just saying, like you went to a store with money you work for. You went to the freaking counter and said, "Hey man, what you doing?" Like, I had to get this candy corn. I had to hurry up and get here. Did you think the candy corn was gonna be sold out?
So on that subject, I'm not I guess big on candy corn, but I do like when Halloween comes around. It's not my favorite, mind you, but I do like those little waxy pumpkins they come in. But it is kind of the same shit, honestly. So
I mean, the thing about it is, let's just be honest, right? We're not that we're men. We ain't that picky of a person, right? But if my kid come to your door and you pull out like the butterscotch or the little strawberry candy that look like a straw, I'm a beat. Did you? Listen, don't give my kid no butterscotch, man, and no pepper. Don't give him no peppermints either. The peppermints that's been sitting in that glass, container in there. You just hold on, young man. You went out there and got my kid a peppermint, sir. Close your door. Turn your light off.
I used to hate. You brought that one up perfect. I used to hate when I'd find those little strawberry ones with the wrap with the strawberry. I hated them damn things. Hate it. I'm like, what the hell is this in here? Not only that, how about those ones? I don't know what the hell they even were, but I know I used to get them all the time with their kid. They were either in a black wrapper or an orange wrapper, and it was kind of peanut buttery, but kind of
I don't really know. Yeah, I don't like it. I call it no name candy. Like you eat it, but you don't like. You know how you got the candy? They'll be like red and green, and they'll be in a clear wrapper, and they kind of hard, but they ain't really know. They ain't like most candies. Like they'll tell you what the name of the candy is. I don't want no off-brand candy. Stop trying to save money, man, for Halloween, man. We can take like. That off-brand Frosted Flakes don't taste like the ones. Like they don't. The off-brand Fruit Loops don't taste like the real. And don't give me that. Well, they all come in a bag. No, mine come in a bag with a box over it. Don't give me the ones that just come in a straight bag, man. We got to do better. We got to have some rules and regulations. Don't push Halloween, man. We're not doing that. Do what we doing. We need.
I'm with you 100. 100 on that. All right, so my favorite candy, anytime when I was a kid and I reached down that bag, and they're still just my favorite candy all year round, is them Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, boy.
How about and I'm excited. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Did you rather Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or Reese's Pieces? Which one?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, the cup.
I love
Reese's Pieces are good, don't mind you. I'm not hating on them, but them cups, boy, and you have to eat them the right way. You eat around the edge first. You eat all around, get all the chocolate off, so that way you get this one middle of just peanut butter and just that's the best way to eat them. And ironically, that's how Justin brought up Snickers. That's how I eat Snickers too. I eat the bottom part, the whole peanut butter nougat, and then I eat the caramely part and the nuts right after. So
Listen. You know, we are guys when we have candy eating etiquette. Like, listen, you don't eat that like that, boy. You got to eat it from the. we crazy, but that is what we do. And like I said, once again, if you look, and to you big money people out there that can give like regular size like Snickers or regular size Butterfingers, I'm telling you right now, man, just y'all leave y'all candy out front. You don't got to give it to us. We only gonna take it. I'm only gonna take it. I'm gonna be telling people they ain't got no more. They're gonna say, sir, you gonna just don't run up on me now. Don't run up on me.
Wifey does that now. I used to be like, yeah, we spent all this money on this candy, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh man, look at what we got left. So okay, let's go.
Oh yeah. I'm not the only one that sometimes you turn your light on outside, sometimes you don't. Make the kids stay playing. And to you policing daddies out there, don't be looking at what I be putting in your kid bag. Like, hey, bro, don't be policing what I give your kid, bro. What you mean?
You came to my door, motherfucker. You came to my door.
Listen, when I was still in the NFL and I'm playing, they come to my house talking about being. That's all. Get the hell off my porch, man. What you mean? I don't got to do it. I don't got to do it.
I do remember one year when I wasn't young, but I wasn't, that old neither, but I went up to a house. It was completely dark, except it was lit up in the porch area. And it had to be some old lady because you could walk up smelling mothballs. And she had a dog food bowl of pennies sitting out there. Pennies. I was like, bro, I'm taking all this. If you want to give me a penny, I'm taking all this shit. It's going right in my bag.
Oh, I know. Since we on Halloween. To you little pranksters out there that you want to act like you a real person trying to, I'm going to knock you the hell out. Do the little, rah. I'm just telling you right now, because I ain't with it. Find you somebody else to play. I'm not going, you going to go viral for the wrong reason. I'm telling you, because I can already see it. Everything wants to go viral. Oh, there he is. I'm going to get it. I said, go. But listen, you cannot blame me for how I react. Don't call the police. I'm going to say, listen, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't care what his ring camera do. I don't care. So Halloween, it's not got too technical for me. It used to be a time. And here's the thing too, fellas. Your kid got to be a certain age now for you to be taking them trick or treat. I don't want to. How old is your kid, man? Man, he just turned 18. Oh hell no. We ain't doing it.
So it's funny.
It's a good thing you're not coming over to my house, bro, because I've had a whole setup planned.
No. What I'm saying is, look, I know I can sense stuff though, Justin. I'm not here to take the fun away. I don't have. Here's another thing too. Look, man, I'm not at the age and the stage of my life to be running from people. Like, I ain't got time. I'm not finna tear my ankle because somebody stop playing. Look, stop playing. Because like I said, I'm still, you see how I look, right? I'm going to run. I'm going to take off. And then my lady, I got to call my lady. Hey, listen, I'm over here. I'm like 2 streets over. You'll see me when you come around the corner. I'm not running all the way back to the crib. But Halloween is a very fun holiday. But to you super duper serious Halloween people, that's who I'm talking to. Look, man. Let's not make it crazy for nobody else, man. Leave kids alone. Don't be snatching bags. And maybe I'm just giving y'all my previous life experiences, but I'm going to tell you this. Because candy corn can be put in the bag. They got You're not putting candy corn in my children's bag. I will literally block you like I'm Giannis. Antetokounmpo. Nope. I'm Dikembe Mutombo on Halloween. Like, hey, young man, what is that? This is candy corn. You gonna take that back?
So, hey, just a couple quick notes about what you guys said. First, I feel you on the teenager stuff because I used to actually aggravate the hell out of me. But someone brought up the point of, hey, they could be out partying, getting into trouble. At least they're still trying to, get their inner child in. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So I kind of chilled on that. But what I did this year, because I am a little crazy with Halloween. So what I did this year was set up a system where I have about, I think about now I got about 14 of those big animatronics. So what I did was on the side of my house is the Trail of Terror. So if you want the big candy, like we were talking about, you want a whole candy, you got to go through the Trail of Terror. You got to earn it. You got to go through, get scared, do your thing. You want the little candy, come up front, do your thing and go. It's cool. But if you want the big candy, you will have to go earn it in the Trail of Terror. So that's the way I got my setup this year.
You got call it Trail of Terror.
Well, it's just the back trail to my back.
Well, my Trail of Terror is called Come in My Backyard. I got 2 dogs. You want to come back here? That's the Trail of Terror for real. My dogs. My dogs they look vicious. As soon as you stick your hand up, they gonna think you're trying to fish. I'm like, come on, man, be vicious. Don't turn it to no play dog. Oh,
yeah, my dogs bark like they mean something, but man, as soon as they say they just licking you in the face and all that, so it wouldn't even be much of a terror back there. All right, well, let's get happy Halloween to everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We always appreciate you. And we're going to close things out, of course, this week with our man, Ben Troupe, Skadoop of the Week.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for Ben Troupe's Skadoop of the Week.
What up, my good people? I am Ben Troupe. This is No Weddings in the Fall. Myself, the Commissioner Justin. Man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you like what you're listening to on No Weddings in the Fall. Look, just sticking with the theme of Halloween, right? Make sure that if you're a grown man, you policing everything going on around you. We live in a crazy world right now, man. For every good person with good intentions, you got an idiot out there with bad intentions. Make sure you're looking out for yours and those around you. And do yourself a favor. Look. Do not let people put candy corn, peppermints and those type of things in your bag. But make sure you enjoy yourself this holiday season. This is No Weddings in the Fall. I am Ben Troupe. You be you, I'm gonna be Troupe, and we out of here.